Hi Leos, how are you doing? Happy Leo season and welcome to your full moon reading for full moon in Aquarius on July 23rd and 4th. Oh, we're going to roll some dice first to see the energies. We have a lot of court cards. So there's a couple queens. Hey girl, hey. Then we have Jack too as well. So a lot of communication possibly. Oh, and Venus is in the house. Hey, that's what I'm going to tell you guys about in terms of your astrology. I'm super excited. And then we have our robot friend, which could be like Aquarius frequency, so it's aligned with the full moon. This astrology is actually really wonderful for your sign, as Aquarius is your opposite sign, and these full moons that are coming in Aquarius are going to be pretty epic. So let's talk about it. So welcome to Leo season. The sun is in rulership in Leo. This is a reading for sun, moon, and rising Leos. I know other people recommend other things, but if you're a sun Leo, just come on over here. I have good news for you. The full moon is when the moon is in Aquarius at 1 degree. It's opposite the sun. It's powerful because it's in the second degree of, like, first degree of the sign. It's not in the first degree because that would mean 0 to 1, but it's in the second, completing the second degree of Aquarius. So this happens on July 23rd on Turtle Island, July 24th everywhere else in the morning. For us on Turtle Island, it is in the evening, so 7:30 p.m. I think on the west coast and 11:30 p.m. on the east coast, something like that. And then the second full moon will happen at 29 degrees of Aquarius on August 22nd, before the end of Leo season. So this is a double whammy banger sort of energy. To add to this, Jupiter is re-entering into Aquarius, which for you is like the wonderful energy. When Jupiter's transiting our 7th house, the increased chance of finding a perfect partner happens. So your chance of finding the perfect love connection or improve the love you have is heightened. And so this is a time when you really come together with people and the opportunities there. So be patient. It doesn't work that way for everyone, but it's definitely one of those transits. If you're single and you're looking for love, Jupiter in the 7th house is it. And this year you sort of got ripped off because Jupiter entered into Aquarius in December and left by May. It's like, where are you going? You're supposed to be here for a year. So you guys get Jupiter re-entering for a few more months, so more chances for love. And of course we had the pandemonium, so how are you supposed to mingle with a mask on your face and quarantine, right? So now that maybe some restrictions are lifted around the world in certain places a little bit, maybe your chances of meeting someone and making a connection are greater. But if you miss it, it's not the end of the world. It's just something to be excited about at this point. Saturn is the ruler of Aquarius, the ancient ruler, and it's in retrograde at this time in your 7th house. Saturn direct in the 7th house sort of kills the romantic life because it removes, all the ones we shouldn't be talking to, all the bad boys, all the ones that will break our heart. But it's like mingling with those bad boys or bad girls is kind of fun. So it kind of does make your love life a little bit less frequent unless you're really meant to have a connection with someone. It's not going to go very far. But the fact that Saturn is in retrograde, hey girl, hey, that kind of increases your chances of meeting people. And again, when Saturn moves direct, I think in October, you're going to have the same frequency. It's going to wipe everything out of your life if it's not meant to be or if it's a bad situation, which is kind of like it's kind of a safety net, isn't it? So you can try different things and know that ultimately it will protect you. It will make sure that the type of relationship you're meant to have is the one you're having. If you're within a relationship now, if you have a relationship going on, your relationship with your partner will be very cathartic and very transformative. So if you feel the need to make bonds with your partner and talk to your partner, connect with them, these are the transits, these full moons, Jupiter in the 7th house, Saturn retrograde. You can have a lot of progress with love and your partner. So that's a wonderful aspect to this. So your 7th house is lit up. And these transits are, again, between July 23rd and August 22nd. So it's a full month. I'm trying to get to a collective astrology. I'm not sure if I can finish it. I have some other pressing things, and I did these sign by sign things first. But this month is huge. This month is huge because of these full moons. These full moons reference the conjunction at 1 degree of Aquarius between Saturn and Jupiter at the beginning of the year. There's just so many different little details with this transit that is activated here. The Aquarian age of Aquarius, is an astrological term to define a time when there's going to be a lot of activity in the sign of Aquarius. And so this is one of those points in the transition. When we're talking about ages, it's not like someone turned on the lights and now it's the age of Aquarius. There's waves of geometries, astrological geometries that come up that some way usher the age in, right? So this is one of these points this next month. And we're switching between water, emotions. We had a pretty big couple weeks of water frequency, to fire and air, which is your modality. So you're going to be feeling so on top of your game. And if it's your birthday at this time, wonderful time. Having babies, great time as well to have babies. Very lucky children will be born at this time. And so there's a lot of good energy here. There's also this nice trine between Saturn and the North Node. So whatever's meant to happen between you and others in terms of love is being activated now. Like, you know exactly who your ride and die is, and those questions become really addressed. And it puts you in the way of people that are wonderful for your frequency. So be excited about that. Mars is also still in Leo for a couple more days, but then we'll enter into Virgo. There are some transits here that are difficult. For example, the Sun has just formed an opposition to Pluto. That can feel very defeating. So whatever you're up to, you could be feeling like pressure from the outside world. Lilith is creating a trine. She's in Gemini now, in your 11th house to your 1st house. Be careful of friends saying nasty things about your partnership to discourage you. Whether it's directly or you indirectly hear them saying opinions that you internalize and feel bad about, be very wary of this energy. Discouragement from friends, people around you, your social communities, saying like, why would you date that guy? Or why would you date that girl? Those kinds of comments could fester in you and problematize this frequency. So you might feel it's going to feel nasty, but just move past it, and you know what's good. You know what's good for you. And Venus is the ruler of the first decan of Aquarius here. And so she's in opposition to Jupiter in the 8th house. And Mars is in opposition to Jupiter at this time. So these outer planets like Pluto and Jupiter are pressing down on the inner transits. And in some way, whatever, there's a lot of ambition because all the planets are direct, but there's also a lot of like feeling suppressed or feeling like we're trying to move mountains. But trust me, hold on to this frequency, you're going to do great. So even though it feels like oppositional and like I don't know, like really getting pushed down a bit now by, our ability to affect change, our ability to transform things for ourselves. You might feel that that's the case, but you will see as these oppositions lift, you will look back and be like, oh, okay, so actually a lot changed. And so your perspective will change on that. So don't get discouraged by your immediate interpretation of what's going on in your life, in your situations. Know that much more is getting achieved than it may seem like. I think that a lot's going on for you also quietly, like behind closed doors. I feel as though there's positive communications that are affecting you in a positive way as well, Leo. I feel like there's like a branching out towards new connections. There's an openness to new possibilities. And so this full moon in some way may not be directly connected to all of these things, but maybe the ruler of Aquarius sextiling Chiron is. And so there's all these different geometries around the full moon that are activating, and they're really bringing in a lot of opportunity for change. So essentially there's a lot going on to smooth things out from like a bigger perspective, and that is allowing you to make connections with the people who are meant to be close to you and the people who you trust. And also your true nature is shining very brightly at this time. And so with that true nature showing so well, again, they can perceive it, they can see it, and they can make that connection. So Mars helps with that as well. So in other words, they can see what you're about, and you don't have to work so hard in trying to show them or trying to wait for them to understand. They're getting the point, right? So it's very nice for you, Leo. Oh, look what I have, Ace of Cups. I'm predicting new relationships for Leos. And if you're single and you don't have a relationship on the go, get yourself out there, guy or girl, meow, meow. You know how to do it. If anybody knows how to do it, it's a Leo. I heard somebody say that Leos are not generous, that they're the most selfish. I was like laughing my butt off when I heard that, because in my opinion, like, Leos are the most generous sign. It's the sun ruled sign. And so anybody who's been close to a Leo, they know their generosity and their sincerity of character. So meow, meow, you guys. By the way, this is the red Tara. I did a meditation for her on my meditation channel years ago. And this was like the artwork that I made for it, right? And so I have it as a backdrop, but this was made when the North Node was in Leo. My North Node is in Leo. And so I always feel around this time of year when the sun enters Leo, red Tara comes out and her energies shine. So this double full moon frequency from the sun in Leo is shining bright at this time. So if anybody's telling you you're selfish, you show them otherwise, Leo. I know you will. Okay, so let's see your cards. We have the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Let's see what else we have. We have the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I could see you being very emotional towards someone, and someone's making a move towards you. Then we have Saturn, which is Capricorn, not necessarily so bad. Mr. Deville. Yes, yes. And then we have the Temperance card next. Okay. And now let's see the Emperor, which is Aries. And we have the Page of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, secondary transits in Earth as well. Let's see. This is a very similar... The reason I like to do collective astrology is because I don't like repeating myself. But this time it's a little different because just of timing issues, I'm doing the collective first, or the individual signs first. But it's the same message across all the signs, which is that many of us feel the pressure. This is Saturn, right? In your 7th house of partnership. So many of us feel pressure to move towards something quicker. We feel rushed. So there could be a partnership issue in which you feel rushed at this time. This really feels like it, like you're very receptive emotionally towards someone, and they're just like, come on, let's go then. If you like me, then do it, you know? Then not like that, but Queen of Wands, but like get on with it. And so there's a feeling of needing to rush to meet the requirements of the world around you. But here we have Temperance Sagittarius, which is saying relax and enjoy yourself. This is a month-long transit, this full moon. It leads into the second full moon and in August. And so these two full moons are really working together. So at least it's going to be a month before August 22nd. But in reality, this transit, because of Jupiter entering into Aquarius, will really extend itself until December. So there's no reason to rush, but put yourself out there. Make it a priority. Then we have the Seven of Wands, sticking up for yourself. Good for you. And then we have the Nine of Cups, Jupiter in Pisces. So the outcome will happen when Jupiter re-enters Pisces. Jupiter will enter Aquarius on the 28th of July. Ace of Pentacles here. I see a new beginning. I see a new financial beginning, new financial opportunities. I feel like some of the things you're doing now will lead into things that you don't even conceive of at this point. So just doing different things, different actions involving financial generosity or planting seeds of some kind, literally planting seeds in the ground or beginning new financial ventures will lead to success. Oh, big success. Look at this. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, Page of Pentacles at the center, and then Knight of Pentacles at the top. This is three huge indicators of financial success. And remember, Venus rules the second house of money, and Venus is in your second house. Hello, in Virgo. Hi. She's the second house ruler of Taurus, but in your chart it's Virgo. So she's in her ruling house, but in a different sign. And so that's the money transit. That's where it's at. So Leo, I don't think maybe you're sowing I think you're sowing, you're not reaping yet the rewards, but you're sowing the seeds of your fortunes that are coming your way. This is like, and Nine of Cups, whatever your financial goals are, I think you're well on your way to get there. I feel as though there's a really good understanding between you and another fire sign, a Sag, Leo, or Aries. I feel like you're showing yourself to the world more as Chiron goes retrograde or has gone retrograde in the last week. And so I think that there's this like show of honor or valor that's showing up. Like you're showing yourself in your true form. So like when people assume that you're selfish, you're like, no, I'm the Queen of Wands, don't you know? You know, like I even have a little black cat. So you're like, no, you're wrong. I'm the boss. And I'm generous to everybody, only if they're willing. If a Leo's not generous to you, you probably deserve it. and so I'm just kidding. But the Seven of Wands is like, it's this strong character, this strong frequency of character. There's a really good understanding between you and someone else. Now this could be a man. So this could be a situation already in which a relationship is really strong. I could see you defending yourself to your partner. I could see you at this time having an idea and defending it to people around you in some way, saying this is the way to go. The outcome is the Nine of Cups. This is Jupiter in Pisces. Now Jupiter in Pisces is around until July 28th and then moves into Aquarius. Then in December re-enters Pisces. So it makes me feel that this is concerning December more so than in the next week. This is you, which is Pisces, Mercury. Very, very happy. Yes, you're very, very happy. But again, so let's reiterate. There's a push, there's a feeling of urgency that you have to do something fast, that you have to hurry up. But I don't think you do. I think you can keep your cool and do it one step at a time. The happy result is coming. You don't need to rush. Again, sowing seeds, you'll reap them later. You have good friends on your side, and I think good things are coming. So for you, this 7th house transit has begun, or is beginning now. And so carry it forward for the next month, see how you feel. And then the next several months are going to be over the top and very cool. So new beginnings, make your plans, whatever. It looks like you're very busy making plans of a financial nature to do with career. I just think things are very fluid for you in the financial area of your life. And you have this really big relationship transit. The relationship transit did not show up in this reading strongly, except maybe here, which means that you and your partner are in a strong position and you're holding your position firm. So whatever you have decided to pursue or to work on with your career or your partner, things are going well and there's a strong movement towards achievement with that. So let's say that like you have a store and you decide to open a second store up somewhere else. Things are going well. It's maybe a bit of a gamble. Maybe it's like, opening stores is a risky business. So maybe it's a bit of a gamble you've taken, but I think it's going to prove to be a very wonderful time. In fact, I see for you the combination of a financial windfall. I feel like a lot of potential for success. And the more unique your thing is, the more individualistic, the more straight from your own creativity, the more success you have. And so it's deeply connected with your relationships with other people. Those relationships will carry you through at this time. And then in terms of love relationships, you're in a huge transit for finding love, keeping love, figuring out love between yourself and someone else. And so, yeah, you have people of a caring nature around you, but you have this frequency of just going for it. So I hope you do. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. And if I do that collective, it'll be up here in the corner or down in the description. Thank you, Leo. Bye.